Hey guys, Zakk here from MixChecks.com. Welcome back to this free mixing course and live mixing session. So this is actually the last video of this whole series that we've been doing, mixing with only Logic stock plugins. In this video, we're just going to finalize all these tweaks that we've been doing to get the mix ready to be sent off. And after that, we're just going to bounce it out and send it to the client. So let's jump right in. Go. So I pretty much lied last video. I said we were going to be doing referencing, but we ended up just doing a crap load of tweaks on this mix. And I'm hoping that I will be able to tell the truth on this one. And to make sure I do, I'm just going to go straight for the referencing. So I have some songs loaded up in here. To me, they don't always have to be the exact same genre, but they do kind of need to have the same, somewhat of the same instruments. So I have songs that have, you know, acoustic drums, bass guitar, vocals, synth, that kind of thing. And I'm just going to reference these. I won't be playing the actual audio because of YouTube copyright, but I'll do my best to edit it out and maybe even replace it with non-copyright music, so it's not just totally silent in the video, but we'll see how good my video editing skills are after this. And like I said last video, this is the Metric AB plugin. Super awesome for ABing and referencing, because you can literally just click this and it switches between mixes. Super fast, way better than opening up iTunes or, you know, having to push a bunch of buttons or switch windows to get to your reference mix. It's a better way to, you know, just go straight, so your ears don't have time to adjust to anything. It's just one from one mix to the other. So I'm actually going to put this in the chorus. And then now you can set up a loop on here, and they play independently. So I'm going to put this in the chorus. Okay, first thing I noticed, and the first tweak I'm going to try and work out, is the reference is a little bit brighter than my mix. So I've actually found this to be the case in the last few mixes I've done. I found myself brightening them up on the master. Sometimes you can do it with that first EQ that's on the master, but in the last few mixes I've done, I've actually found myself doing it in the multiband EQ or multiband compressor, and, you know, just adding the gain on that band. So I'm going to start with that, just go straight there since that's what's been working for me. I know your heart is dark inside, but I am not afraid of the night. You run, you hide, you fall, you climb, but I am not afraid of a fight. Whoa. Okay, next thing I noticed, the bass is a little bit heavier in the reference. So let's see what we can do about the bass specifically. On this one, I'm going to see what it does if I just boost it here. Okay, so sometimes there's a fix that you can do on the master bus, and sometimes you can actually fix it by going back to the mix. And I'm going to see what happens if I play with the volume of the bass guitar itself. Okay, next little tweak, I'm going to add a little bit more sub kick. When we have our kicks, I believe, bust to, where are you? All right, sub kick. Let's bump this up a little. I know your heart is dark inside, but I am not afraid of the night. You run, you hide, you fall, you climb, but I am not afraid of a fight. I know your heart is dark inside, but I am not afraid of the night. I know your heart is dark inside, but I am not afraid of the night. You run, you hide, you fall, you climb, but I am not afraid of a fight. I know your heart is dark inside, but I am not afraid of the night. I know your heart is dark inside. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. Next, I'm going to listen to the tone of the vocal in the reference, and then I'm going to listen to the tone of the vocal in my mix and see if they're filling the same space, you know, if it's too thin, too thick. I do have a tendency to mix vocals too thin initially, and then I find myself fattening them back up later on, you know, in the tweaking phase. So let's see what's going on here. I know your heart is Okay, I think I might try to fatten it up just a little bit. All right, where's my lead here?
I know your heart is dark inside, but I am not afraid of the night. You run, you hide before you climb, but I am not afraid of a fight. Whoa, I know your heart is dark inside, but I am not afraid of the night. I know your heart is dark inside, but I am not afraid of the night. You run, you hide before you climb, but I am not afraid of a fight. Whoa.
Okay, so all I did was just move back my high pass a little bit. It was at 240, now it's at 180, I think. And another thing I'm going to do is I'm actually going to, I'm going to bump up this crossover frequency on my makeshift de-esser here.
I know your heart is dark inside, but I am not afraid of the night. You run, you hide before you climb, but I am not afraid of a fight. Whoa, I know your heart is dark inside, but I am not afraid of the night. I know your heart is dark inside, but I am not afraid of the night. You run, you hide before you climb, but I am not afraid of a fight. Whoa, I know your heart is dark inside, but I am not afraid of the night. I know your heart is dark inside, but I am not afraid of the night. You run, you hide before you climb, but I am not afraid of a fight. Whoa, I know your heart is dark inside, but I am not afraid of the night. I know your heart is dark inside, but I am not afraid of the night.
Okay, you know what? I'm going to see what happens if I give Logic's de-esser a shot. It's always sucked. Oh, they have a de-esser too. What is that? Uh-huh. Shows you how much of a Logic pro I am. I've only been using it for 10 years. Okay. Let's see what this does. Actually, you know what? Let's just let's move this out of the way. Bypass that. No, thank you. Whoops. What does this do?
I know your heart is dark inside, but I am not afraid of the night. You run, you hide before you climb, but I am not afraid of a fight. Whoa, I know your heart is dark inside, but I am not afraid.
Good job, Logic. Look at that. Finally cleaned up that de-esser. That worked perfectly. So let's get rid of this one. Just copy this bad boy right over. I don't even think I adjusted any settings. It just worked. Okay. I like that.
I know your heart is dark inside, but I am not afraid of the night. You run, you hide before you climb, but I am not afraid of a fight. Whoa, I know your heart is dark inside, but I am not afraid of the night. I
Okay, next thing I'm going to listen for is I'm going to listen to the reference guitars, their tone, their character. Then I'm going to listen to these guitars and see if it matches. Sometimes I'll find myself letting the guitars be too dark, and I'll end up going in and boosting a bunch of high end to match reference material. On the last mix I did, I had to do it like Chris Lord Algae style and dump my SSL channel strip on there and crank the 8K to 15 dB, and it just worked. So let's see what's going on in this mix.
But I am not afraid. You want horror, you crave trauma. You want a big gun, a big chair, you want power. But I'm gonna hunt you down like a lion. I won't stop until you're mine. I know your heart is dark inside, but I am not afraid of the night. Whoa, just wanna hold you till my heart breaks. Yeah, I know your heart is dark inside.
Okay, I think the guitars are fine. What I did notice is the bass, since I turned it up during the choruses, now during the verses, it's a little much. So let's go to our bass guitar.
You crave trauma, you want a big gun, a big chair, you want power. But I'm gonna hunt you down like a lion of the night. You want horror, you crave trauma, you want a hold you till my breaks. Yeah, I know you're the night. You want horror, you crave trauma, you want a big gun, a big chair, you want power. But I'm gonna hunt you down like a lion. I won't stop until you're mine. I just wanna hold you till my heart breaks. Yeah, I know your heart is dark inside, but I am not afraid of the night. You run, you hide, you fall, you climb, but I am not afraid of a fight. Whoa, I know your heart is dark inside, but I am not afraid of the night. You build towers, your empires, but your fame and acclaim will expire. When it falls, you call a holder, then I'll set your heart on. I know your heart is dark inside, but I am not afraid of the night. You run, you hide, you fall and you climb, but I am not afraid of a fight. Whoa,
And then if you heard that little thing at the end, it just ended kind of abruptly, so we can just do a quick fade. We can even use our dynamic adder track to do that. Just a little room noise going on there.
Of the night.
Just to clean it up a little bit.
Of the night.
All right. We are really narrowing it down now, so it's almost time for a good old car check on this one. And if it passes the car check, then we're good. If not, then I would make more tweaks, but let me give it another quick listen, and then I'm going to bounce it out.
Heart is dark inside. I know your heart is dark. You like trouble, you like drama, you like big step, big shoes, but I'm gonna come to you like a fright. I promise I'll take you into the light. I just wanna hold you till my breaks. I just wanna hold you till my breaks. I know your heart is dark inside, but I am not afraid of the night.
See, I forgot to automate the bass right there. Okay, I'm going to do a quick headphone check. Got to reference in on as many monitors as possible.
big chair, you want power, but I'm gonna hunt you down like a lion. I won't stop until you're mine. I just wanna hold you till my heart breaks. I just wanna hold you till my heart breaks. Yeah. I know your heart is dark inside, but I am not afraid of the night. You run, you hide, you fall, you climb, but I am not afraid of a fight of the night. You want to breaks, yeah. I know your heart is dark inside, but I am not afraid of the night. You run, you hide, you fall, you climb, but I am not afraid of a fight. Whoa, I know your heart is dark inside, but I am not afraid of the night. your empire. You built towers. You built towers.
Let's see if we can clean this up.
You built towers.
Okay, yeah, there's just a little cut in. Sounded like an edit.
You built towers, your empires, but your fame and acclaim will expire. When it falls, you call louder. Then I'll set your light on. I know your heart is dark inside, but I'm not afraid of the night. You run, you hide, you fall and you climb, but I'm not afraid of the fight. Whoa. I know your heart is dark inside, but I am not afraid. No, I am not afraid of the night.
Okay. I'm digging it. And I think it is time to bounce it. And then if this passes the car check, then this will be the last video. And I will not see you again for this series. If it doesn't pass the car check, I will see you again in another video where we're tweaking the mix after the car check. So, I don't know what to say at the end of this video. Peace.